What is going on, guys? Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description, and happy shopping. Also, if you guys like the revamped look of the website, leave a comment and let me know. I always appreciate it if you guys give me some honest feedback about that. So let's not wait any further. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what they ended up sending. This will be interesting. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty close to the real thing, but there'll probably be some easy call-outs on here that I will be able to identify, hopefully. And the other thing that I wanted to make note of is these are really difficult sites to try to trust. And I'm throwing this out there because I've bought a couple pairs of replicas now for your guys', I guess, entertainment, as well as just more for myself and understanding like what the replica market actually has when they're actually shipping you something. And I will tell you guys that it's super sketchy. So there'll never be a link to where to buy this shoe or anything like that, because honestly, if you guys are trying to game the market and you guys want to get the replicas yourself, you guys got to search Google and find them yourselves, because I'm not going to disclose where I bought them, because my intent is not to perpetuate the usage, I guess, of replicas. If that's your thing, then that's totally fine. I'm not really trying to support it like that. I'm just basically showing you what I get, whether or not I think that it's something that is of decent quality or not, how it stacks up to the real thing sort of stuff. So if you guys understand, that's why I do this video. So I don't need a bunch of DMs or a bunch of emails saying, hey, where did you buy those replicas? And again, I'm doing that because I'm not promoting these companies. They're not paying me for these shoes. I paid 180, I think 190 for this shoe right here to bring you guys this video. So it's actually costing me money to show you guys the replica shoes. Also, I wanted to just point out that these sites are super sketchy, but my credit card was compromised after using it for one of these replica sites. If it happens again, then I'm definitely not going to be doing this again, because it is a huge pain for me to change my credit card. Let me open this real quick here. And it's not just my credit card. All right, so now that that's open. Anyway, so it's not just my credit card, it's my wife's credit card too, because she has the same card on the account, basically. So it really messes everything up when that happens. So just throwing this out there, not something that I really wants to have happen again. Interesting how there's... Look at the box that they sent it in, first of all. They sent it in like an Adidas box, which is kind of hilarious. Has a fake Adidas website inside there. But the box actually for this one looks like the real box. It looks really, really close to what the real box has. There's an interesting little thing right there. I don't know what that is. It's a sticker or something like that. Or a stamp. I'm not sure what that is. But I also wanted to let you guys know, like, you guys got to be careful when you're buying stuff like this on the open market. You really never know what you're going to get. And sometimes you get this and you buy from somebody that you think is trusted. And you're like, oh, perfect. I got a brand new pair. And there's nothing that I can question. I got a great deal on them, you guys might think. And then you open the product and you check it out, and it might actually look pretty decent too. But until you actually get down to the nitty gritty and like really compare it, it's going to be interesting to know whether or not you got a real pair or fake pair. So you've got to be careful when you're buying on the open market out there. It's really, really tough to tell what you're going to be getting. And this pair, again, cost me, I think, 190. So I bought the most expensive pair of the replica Jordans right here, and this is the off-white Air Jordan 1 in the off-white colorway. Oh, this is crazy. So check this out. What came in here? You gotta be kidding me. They sent an actual verified authentic tag. That was the very first, so this is the very first time I've actually gotten one of these in my purchase. So they sent a StockX tag in here, and if you guys don't know the significance of this, it's basically suggesting that you bought this from StockX and it's verified authentic, as the coin says on here. And all you have to do is, you could see there's a little tip here on the bottom, and you literally just loop it around the shoelace here, and then you put this inside of here, and it makes it so it stays. Now all of a sudden people are going to think that this is verified authentic from StockX. I think that is kind of crazy. Again, I didn't know that this was actually going to be coming in it, but it lets you know as well, like, just because somebody has an authentic StockX tag, that doesn't mean that it's an authentic product. You really, if you want that to be the true case, buy it from StockX and have them be the middleman. That's my suggestion. This box, oh yeah, so here's the other set of laces. The box looks pretty close, honestly, and I know my pair has this here, and also this wrapping paper has the off-white branding inside. I will do a detailed comparison if you guys want. Throw a thumbs up on this video and leave a comment. Let me know that you guys want to see a detailed comparison between these and the real thing. The real ones that I have are bigger size, but I do have the sample pair as well. That's the wings logos are different, and this is actually red and not orange. So if you guys want to see that comparison, leave a comment and let me know. But interesting. Like at first glance, it's pretty ridiculous, like how spot on some of these things are, and I don't, again, know 100% like the font size or anything like that. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak to it as of right now. I'd have to have the other shoe out and compare it, but I can see that they have the hyperfuse lines down the middle here, and then there's one here, and then also one on this side, which is true to the authentic pair. Here's a look at the tags for those that wanted to see the tags. This is a replica tags right there. Production date says 9/16/17 through 10/25/17. I mean, the tongue feels super cheap, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it looks like the raw edge tongue that we get, but you could see the foam and stuff is more bluish, and it's just really cheap nylon feeling. So that's my main thing to me, where I was like, okay, that's definitely noticeable. Also, the authentic one was pre-laced, I believe, and this one is not laced, which is more true to like the OG Air Jordan ones and stuff, but not this one. It's also something else that looks really cheap for some reason. This looks off there. Looks like they used a pen. You see there's a little pen mark right there above. It's like they were lining everything up, so they used, that's hilarious. Oh yeah, so this is the other thing. This is a dead giveaway to me too. This material here, although it looks really similar, this material feels different. The other one was like a fiberglass type material, and this is like a painted rubber almost. Like it's hard, but it's not the same, and this is definitely off there. I'm sure as I pull out the real pair and compare, the stitching here will be different and the stitching here, whatever. But as I mentioned 1,000 times before, if you haven't seen any of these like videos, it's really hard to just go off of that, because the stitching between one pair and the stitching between another authentic pair can be different. So just throwing that out there, like sometimes a lot of these like legit check experts, which I don't even know what happened to Fake Education. Somebody leave a comment, let me know, because their page went away and like changed completely, which is interesting to me, because I had a talk with them a long time ago about why I didn't really support what they did, because they were constantly promoting the replica places and by telling everybody where the flaws were on the shoe, and then they would just make another version and make them better. My point being is I don't really trust sites like those and people that do authentic legit checks and people that you think that you can trust for legit checks, because when this shoe originally came out, there was one run and then that's it. They don't make any more. Meanwhile, the replica companies make so many different versions that eventually they end up getting close to perfecting what was originally there. I will say this material is not as good. Like this leather is not as good, but Jordan leather, honestly, in general, is not very good. I mean, it's like the McDonald's leather that I've always say, which if you guys don't understand that term, McDonald's leather, a McDonald's Big Mac is exactly the same every single place you order it, every single time you order it. That's kind of what they've done to this manufactured leather. They like basically got all the flaws out of the leather, and it just looks seamless. There's no like, I don't know, stress or anything on the leather. It just looks fake almost. So to me, it looks like McDonald's leather, and that's why I say that. But here's a look at the off-white tag. This is another like pretty easy indicator. This tag is like super mega flimsy, way more flimsy than the real thing. Like this is a dead giveaway for me also. And this is just me like thinking about the differences between it. I didn't have the other one out here and wasn't looking at the other one before I compared this one. I just literally actually honestly literally put my kid down for a nap. She's actually sleeping right next to it. So if you hear like a sound machine in the backdrop, that's what it is, because I have her there. Look at this though. This is a terrible, like this is like a noob like job right here, and putting this thing around, like the wrap around here is just really bad. Lots of flaws across there. And then look at that, our infamous pen line is back right here, so there's more pen on here. And I mean, $180 versus $2,000. I mean, I get it. It's cheaper to buy this. Another thing I just noticed is just really, really noticeable is this. Look at this. Like, this is like hollow on the inside here. We all know Jordan 1s have a pretty thick rubber outsole, and this is like, look at this button. You can push it. Like, it's so flimsy. It's ridiculous. And that's the difference between, like, a lot of times replica products and the authentic things is the replicas are just like a shell version of the real thing. It'd be like buying a replica Shelby and having it look like the Shelby on the outside, but the engine underneath and everything is just not a Shelby. From the first visual inspection, like, it looks like the real thing. To be honest, it really looks really, really close. But as you get closer and as you touch it and you're like, okay, yeah, this is cheaper. The tongue's cheaper. This is flimsy. The midsole's flimsy. It's definitely noticeably a replica. But if you're actually just buying this from pictures, which is the other reason why, like, I never would be somebody that legit checks for people. I can't tell from a picture if something is real or fake. Like, pictures are not doing a shoe justice. You really have to have them in hand to be able to tell whether or not they're the real deal or not. But they really go out of their way to try to make this look like the real thing. And I can't believe that they had that. Like, that to me is just ridiculous, that they are actually selling them with the verified authentic StockX tags now. I mean, it's just ridiculous to me. What do you guys think, though? I mean, $190, I get why people would want to buy this instead of buy the real thing. If you want to fake it till you make it, and this is, like, more affordable instead of buying, like, the real thing that's $2,000, I get it. And to be 100% about it, the real thing's not $2,000. The real thing's $190. So the problem is you don't have a chance to buy things a lot of the times for retail because of all of the ridiculousness that goes on to try to buy sneakers in this day and age. There's so many different ways to cheat the system that people are like perfected, that it means your chances of owning the product is really slim to none. So I wouldn't have got my pair if it wasn't from Sneakers and Stuff and Complex Con. And that was like super, super crazy. And for the people that gave me the heads up on the Sneakers and Stuff thing that ended up going down, if you guys missed that Complex Con vlog, go back and check it out. At the end of the day, like, I get why people want to buy the fake things, because at least you have it and you didn't have to pay $2,000. And if you can't get it for retail, then you might as well just buy it from these replica sites if these companies aren't going to make enough for you anyway. But I'll play devil's advocate a little bit for you guys there. But at the end of the day, I don't support buying the replicas, because for me personally, it's not worth buying the replica pair just to have it and try to flex, like, or fake flex, you know, on people that I have something that I don't. And it's just like, I mean, buying the fake Rolex. Like, you could buy a fake Rolex and it looks exactly the same as this, but I'd rather, like, take my time, earn my keep, and, like, have bought this with my own money. And that's what I ended up doing with this. And, like, it feels good, and I'm proud that I was able to actually save up and buy something like that. And really, like, why would you want to waste $190 on a replica that's really not made very well? Deep down, this shoe is not made very well, and it's not going to do very well on your feet. It's going to be really, really painful. So you might as well just buy a regular pair of Air Jordan 1s for that price point. You could buy shadow ones, depending on what size you are. Shadow ones are a way better investment than these, in my opinion. That's an OG colorway, and right now the market's not too crazy on them because they just retroed recently in a large number. So my recommendation is just wait, be patient. Good things come to those that wait, and at the end of the day, that's what you guys probably should be doing. Hopefully this video has been informative to you guys, and, like, letting you guys know what you guys get when you see these replica ones. And again, if you guys want to see a comparison to the real thing, you can see some of the fake things pointed out that really are obviously fake. But I can try to do that video later for you guys in the week or in the following weeks. But again, I did buy these out of pocket for like $190. So I appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you guys can thumbs up the video, feel free to do so. Buyer beware out there, and hopefully my card won't get destroyed this time because of buying something like this. But, and in fact, leave some comments. Have you guys gotten stung buying a pair of Off-Whites or Yeezys or something like that recently? Because it's really hard to tell nowadays whether or not you get stuck with a real thing or a fake. I've been stung at least 3 or 4 times through my years. So it happens to all of us. There's no shame involved, but realizing what's happening and stuff and just being aware is super important. But that's what I'll leave you guys with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video again. And this is a look at the Off-White Air Jordan 1s in the Off-White colorway. And yeah, fakes. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not thus far. And at this time, if you guys want to click the screen and watch some of the other videos, feel free to do so. Anyways, have a great rest of the day. We'll catch you guys for some more sneaker videos very soon. Peace, guys.